All right, who's here on Ernest Flores? All right, who's the prosecutor?
I haven't spoken.
You may want to it's a combination of criminal trial division and family violence. It's a violation report.
Violation.
Sure. And if you want to, here's a letter.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, so if you all will step back and we'll take you up when you're ready, okay? All right, Ernest Flores, correct?
Yes.
All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, this is a violation report. I believe.
Oh, no, I'm gonna do the violation report too, but I'm just trying to,
That's, the case was just indicted recently, so
Okay.
I believe they probably haven't had access yet.
all right, let me see when it's set, so he'll know. So it's set for December 17th. Norma, if you can make sure that he has a reset form for December 17th, please. It is Ernest Flores. All right, so on the violation report, what are you all requesting? Have you all come to some sort of an agreement?
Judge, not entirely. Those misdemeanors from talking with defense that they may be getting settled over there because defense told me it's family members. It is family violence, but it is in misdemeanor courts.
Okay.
So really, we're asking, state's just asking for one, to follow the conditions that are in place right now and obviously don't get rearrested. If those cases do go away, they might be getting resolved. I don't know anything else other than that at this point.
All right, so here's my question. The case where he was given a commercial bond, are those the same complainants that he's actually staying with or no?
No,
All right, because that's the court's concern.
That was my second question, Judge.
All right.
I mean, who's he staying with currently?
so the complainant is mom. He's actually staying with an aunt and he's present in court with an uncle today. So
All right.
he's not, but he understands the conditions.
All right, so you're not allowed to be around any of the complainants, you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So then we'll continue on bond with the same conditions. And you are to make sure that you contact your pretrial services officer, you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And his pretrial services officer is Angelica Sosa. And if you'll get with Ms. Ferguson, she can give you an email address so that you can let her know what the issues are.
Okay, I will do that, Judge.
All right, is there anything else? Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Curtis Wilson. And this is a plea on 2 cases?
Two cases, you have 3 sets there, 2 cases, plea and 1 TS.
All right.
There also be a misdemeanor GSC as well.
And are there any applications?
Yes, we have applied, he's not out straight, we're applying for deferral.
And is this an agreement on deferred or no?
No, exposed.
All right,
Unless-
Norma, I'm going to need a reset for PSI. What date? All right,
We'll also need a restitution hearing in both cases.
all right. State, if you can make sure that if there are restitution issues, that you're prepared to address those on those dates.
Yes, Judge.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2927B and 2024 CR 2928B, State versus Curtis Wilson. Can I have parties announced for the record? State?
Antonio Arriola.
Defense?
Letter hour for Mr. Wilson.
And are you Mr. Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery in each of these cause numbers, and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
And each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And each cause numbers, Mr. Wilson, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
And each cause number, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in each cause number, do you waive the reading of the indictments?
We do, Your Honor.
State, in the cause number ending in 27B, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're gonna proceed only on count 1 and count 2.
Any objection to the waiver of count 3?
No objection, Your Honor.
And are you proceeding on the deadly weapon allegation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in the cause number ending in 28B, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
And cause number ending in 27B, you're charged with deadly conduct, discharging a firearm in count 1 and count 2. Is that correct, state and defense?
That's correct, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If the court grants your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 28B, you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication in that cause number, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And each of the cause numbers, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering these pleas, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into pleas in each of these cause numbers?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to your plea bargain agreement, the cases are to run concurrently. The state is taking in consideration 2024 CR 3009, County Court Cause Number 732604. And in the plea bargain agreement ending in 27B, state is proceeding on counts 1 and 2. Punishments be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There is affirmative finding of deadly weapon, and the state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainants. And then in the cause number ending in 28B, there's a cap of 12 in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State opposes your application. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement in each cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in cause number ending in 27B, how do you plead to count 1? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay, no contest.
Count 2, how do you plea?
No contest.
And in the cause number ending in 28B, how do you plea?
No contest. No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same and states you're excused.
Sure.
You're welcome. Right, off the record for a moment. Back on the record. In each cause number, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. We're going to come back on December 19th. I'm going to ask for a PSI TAP evaluation. Is there any need for any mental health evaluation, counsel?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. On the 19th, I'll review whatever evidence is presented to me and make a decision on your application.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense.
All right. Thank you. Who's here on David Garcia? Court is calling 2024 CR 10596, State versus David Garcia. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Andrew Harris, Sable.
defense.
Andrew K. Hicks.
Are you Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garcia, did you review the document entitled Application for Probation with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am,
Did you understand it?
I did.
Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, I do.
You're gonna need to speak up.
Yes, I do.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. I think it's counts 2 and 3.
No objections.
All right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
I am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 1. Punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have any such motions?
We just made some preliminary motions for examining trial, anything of that, but other than that, no, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the recommendations from the state? They are recommending that your community supervision be assessed at 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation and the drug offender education program. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense in count 1, how do you plead?
No comments.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
He made some terrible choices that day, but he understands that he's going to now need to pay the price for that. I did want to bring to the court's attention, Mr. Garcia has only completed the 11th grade. Judge, if there's going to be any type of community service as a condition of his probation, we would ask the court to possibly take into consideration him getting his GED as a part of that.
All right. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time you were employed?
Couple months ago,
Doing what?
working at a tire shop.
All right. Do you live with anyone?
But when I get out, I'm gonna go stay with my mom.
Have you asked your mother if you can live with her?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So how often have you been using?
Occasionally
What does that mean?
or daily.
I'm sorry, what?
Daily.
8?
Daily.
Daily?
Daily. Okay. Thank you. All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years, regular random UAs, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, proof of employment, within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, field visits one time per month for 6 months. In custody, there's to be a TAP evaluation and a referral to felony drug court. If he's not accepted into felony drug court, follow all TAP recommendations. Going to order 200 hours of community supervision. I'm sorry, community service restitution. What I will do, if you complete your GED or if you obtain a trade school certificate, the court will deduct those community service hours.
Thank you, Judge.
And there's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Guadalupe Rodriguez. All right, is this going to be a jury trial? Where are we?
No, Judge, this is the case where the DA had to check to see if the outstanding case was going to be prosecuted. It's been rejected. We do have an agreement. We just don't have paperwork yet.
All right, then what I'll do is I'll recall you for a different date for a plea.
Okay. Is the 12th available, Judge? I heard you talking. about
Yes.
it. I would love that if that.
All right, Norma, recall this for November 12th for disposition.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you. Patrick Niyongere. So your client's still in back?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right, we'll recall it for
Swahili.
interpreters not on Zoom. The interpreter never zoomed in.
Your Honor, I can give you an update.
Yeah.
The district attorney's office is still looking for the complaining witness on one of the cases. And they did, however, tender an offer this morning.
Okay.
We would need just some time for them to be able to contact their witness and time for me to be able to speak to him through the interpreter.
All right, Norma, let's recall this for November 21st.
Your Honor, I have a vacation certificate that spans from November the 20th
Mhm.
to December the 5th.
All right, Norma, recall this for December 9th.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
thank
Your
you.
Thank you so much. Maybe excuse Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and then Jesse Aguirre. Oh, what?
Ariaga,
Am I mispronouncing it wrong? Okay.
and his name's, yeah, well, it probably looks like a good help.
It could. Oh, it is Ariaga. Thank you. All right, so what's happening with your case?
Judge, we were recalled from earlier this week. There was an issue with a subpoena. I did get the therapist subpoenaed and I did speak to him. He's now indicated to us he needs records from a certain place and the state's gonna subpoena those. So we're moving along towards a trial.
All right, Norma, set this for trial in December, please. All right, we'll be back on December 3rd for jury trial. Of course, if you don't have what you need, then we'll see where we are.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Joe Gonzalez, hasn't that been? All right, are you all ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 9222W State versus Joe Gonzalez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Christopher Simpkins?
are you Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Joe Gonzalez IV who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 9222W for the offense of theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000 on October 13th, 2023 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
Any objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. All right, so he was placed on probation October 2023. Has he ever reported?
I believe he has, Your Honor.
All right, okay. Court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include SATA. And he's to remain in custody until transfer. All right, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Are they excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Sable Casiano.
Sorry, Your Honor.
All right. So what is happening with this case?
Your Honor, this is the first sitting after indictment. We got an offer from the state. I know state was having issues with video, and so we do have initial offer and we're still working.
All right. And do you have all of the discovery or no?
We do, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for December 19th. That'll be a plea deadline date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, that's the last case we're taking up.